All right, let's dive into a morning ritual that's pretty profound. It blends this ancient, almost poetic wisdom with some really solid modern science to get your hormones in sync. And look, this isn't about some new, flashy biohack. It's actually about remembering a rhythm your body already knows, a rhythm it has never forgotten.
So the source material just drops us right in with this line. It really sets the stage, you know? This isn't going to be a simple checklist. It feels more like an awakening. It's suggesting that there's something kind of dormant inside all of us, this ember, and it's just waiting to respond to the natural cycles, starting with the dawn.
And here we meet our main character, right? The keeper of the inner sun. Now, this isn't just some abstract idea. It's a powerful metaphor for that primal clock deep inside us. A clock that couldn't care less about your alarm. No, it answers to something much older. It answers to light. It answers to fire.
Okay, so if this keeper is a real thing, where is it? Where does it live? It's time to pull back the poetic curtain and actually find out what biological reality is sitting on this throne at first light.
It's such a cool concept. But here's the thing. This isn't just a bedtime story. The keeper has a real scientific name and a physical address right there in your brain. So what are we actually talking about here? What is this ancient guardian?
Well, meet your suprachiasmatic nucleus. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful, so we just call it the SCN. This tiny little group of cells in your hypothalamus, that is the master conductor of your entire biological orchestra. This is the throne we were talking about. It's where all the commands for your body's daily rhythm come from.
The moment that first light appears, your SCN starts barking out orders. 4 critical things happen. Melatonin, your sleep hormone, just plummets. Cortisol, your get-up-and-go hormone, hits its perfect morning peak. Autophagy, which is your body's cellular cleanup crew, it finishes the night shift. And your mitochondria, your little energy factories, they get the memo to start churning out power. This is the starting gun for your entire day.
You know, what's so amazing is that this isn't new information at all. It's just rediscovered. Ancient Vedic texts called this super important window of time Sandhya, a sacred moment. Today, science calls it chronobiology. They're literally just 2 different languages from 2 different times describing the exact same powerful event.
So, we've covered the why. Now it's time for the how. The source material calls this practice the ritual of the naked sun, your merciless dawn. And I love that, because it implies the benefits are so powerful, they're just not up for debate.
Just listen to the urgency in this quote. It doesn't say, hey, this might be a nice idea. It frames it as an absolute must. No negotiation. That tells you everything you need to know about how critical this moment really is.
So here's the playbook, and it's super simple. You get up way before sunrise. And here's the absolute crucial part. Leave all the artificial lights off. No phone screen, no bright bathroom light. You want that gentle, low-angle sunlight of the pre-dawn sky to be the very first thing your SCN registers. Just go outside, face east, and breathe. You wait until that first sliver of sun hits your eyes. That's it. It might only take 10 minutes to send that powerful signal.
Okay, so you do this simple 10-minute ritual. Then what? What's actually going on inside your body? Well, this is the moment. This is where that ancient myth we started with crashes right into measurable biological reality. Just this one simple act has these massive ripple effects. It literally resets your main clock genes. They're called PER and CRY, and they're the master regulators of your daily cycle. It also gives you that perfect, energizing cortisol spike, but without any of the jitters or stress. And maybe most importantly, what you do at dawn directly sets up how well you're going to sleep that night.
Let's just pause on that last point for a second, because this is wild. That single act of watching the sunrise can protect your melatonin production later that night by up to 40%. That is a massive, massive return on your investment for just 10 minutes of your time. It's a direct line to better sleep hours and hours later.
And right here, this is the whole point. The story of the keeper of the inner sun and the science of the suprachiasmatic nucleus, they just merge. The ritual of watching the sun and the reality of your gene expression, they become the very same thing.
But this goes way beyond just waking up and sleeping better. This one action at dawn literally sets the tone for your entire hormonal system. And it presents you with a choice every single morning. Is your orchestra going to play in beautiful harmony, or is it going to descend into total chaos?
When you get that dawn light, your hunger hormones just behave. Leptin, the I'm full hormone, tells the truth. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, quiets down. But what happens when you sleep through that gate? The source calls what comes next the hungry ghosts. And you know what that is? It's the afternoon energy crash, the evening cravings. That's not a lack of willpower, my friends. That is a hormonal system playing completely out of tune.
The source gives us one last pretty chilling warning. It says the keeper, your SCN, doesn't get angry with you. It doesn't punish you. It simply stops repairing you. By skipping the dawn, you are actively choosing to skip your body's most fundamental daily maintenance cycle.
Okay, so after all that heavy biology and all those warnings, we're going to circle right back to where we began, with the poetry. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. It's about your ember, and it's about your sky.
And this right here is the whole game. This ritual was never about worshiping something external. It's about using the outer sun to awaken and align with the inner sun that has been inside you all along.
Think of it this way. Every morning you do this, you're having a conversation with the most ancient parts of your biology. You are reminding your conscious mind of a rhythm that your mitochondria, your tiny cellular power plants, never, ever forgot.
And the end result of all this, of remembering, of aligning, is nothing short of transformation. That tiny little ember of energy inside you, it doesn't just flicker anymore. It has the potential to grow and expand until your own inner rhythm is as vast and as powerful as the entire sky.
So, there it is. The science is crystal clear, and the ritual is incredibly simple. The ancient wisdom and the modern data, they are in total agreement. So, the only question that's left is a personal one. It's a question for you. How will you guard the dawn?